Hi, and welcome. Today we will show you how CRM helps building and construction companies to improve the entire customer experience from bid to post sale with a comprehensive overview of key customer and project information in one place. And to stay relevant for the future, it's becoming all the more important for construction companies to manage their project and sales processes efficiently. So, how do you communicate with the right people at the right time and gain control of all project and correspondence? And in this webinar, we will show you how to streamline those processes with Superoffice CRM. And for those of you who don't know Superoffice, we are one of the leading cloud and SaaS CRM vendors in Europe with more than 6,000 B2B oriented customers. And this is in a variety of industry verticals who succeed with our software in combination with our App Store ecosystem. And we have more than 30 years experience, and we have our HQ and development department in Norway. But we also have offices in Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, UK, and Lithuania. So we help companies find, catch, and keep customers with our CRM solution. And that means that we help you improve and professionalize your marketing, sales, and customer service processes, and help you build better relationships with your customers. My name is Jeanette, and I work with the customer experience team here at Superoffice. And my goal is to show you how you can use CRM to build relationships across the entire customer journey and deliver great customer experiences. So if you have any questions on how to get started with your processes or CRM strategy, you can send us a message directly by email, on social media, or you can reach out on our website. And if you want to see the presentation again, it will also be uploaded onto our YouTube channel, where you will find more tips and inspiration. So let's take a look at the agenda. We'll start with an introduction and look at some trends and challenges in the industry. And then we'll move on to the focus areas and see how we can use the customer and project overview, how we can work with documents, and also look at our case and ticketing management. And finally, we'll also take a look at some different integrations and key figures and KPIs in the system. And also, we'll give you some tips on next steps and how to get started with your CRM processes, and also where you can contact us after the webinar. And according to a report by McKinsey Global Institute, only a couple of years ago, construction was the second least digitalized sector in the world. But this is changing fast, and advances in technology, such as digital and cloud-based business management solutions, have opened up an array of opportunities for the construction industry. By moving away from largely manual processes and legacy systems, the sector is now adopting more effective ways of working. And digital solutions help to drive more efficient, sustainable, and safer construction projects, design more efficient business processes, as well as offer a greater customer experience. And some examples of these are building information modeling. The growing number of construction companies are working with BIM, and more expect construction of smart buildings, and also going paperless and digitalizing the construction site. Also introducing new technology like AR and VR in combination with digital twins. It can simplify planning, construction, operations, and maintenance. And finally, collaboration, which is essential from bid to post sale. And this is where a customer relationship management solution like Superoffice can help. And it's a system that seamlessly unites the work and streamlines operations of different departments and teams, as well as centralizes data. But there are often some challenges related to this type of collaboration as well. There are many parties and people involved in each project. And this means that there's a need for a tool where all project correspondence and important documents can be gathered and accessed easily. Limited access to ongoing dialogue with customers that entail changes or clarifications can also be a challenge, as well as limited access to important project details. So requirements for retrieval of change orders and procedures for change management are important. And on top of this, there are strict documentation requirements and a great need for integrations or lookups to economy systems or quality system. And to be able to solve these challenges, it's vital to have a good and complete overview. And in Superoffice, that's what we call a 360-degree overview. And with Superoffice, you will get a comprehensive and transparent overview of key customer and project information in one place. And with a single click, all company personnel are provided with a complete overview of your customers and their projects. So what exactly is a 360-degree overview? It's when you have a complete picture of all the times there's been some kind of activity related to a project or to a customer. These tasks can be meeting with a contractor or a builder, an inspection or a control of the construction site. It can be a phone call from a supplier or a reminder of follow-up. And also types of documentation can include emails from other stakeholders or parties in the project. Technical drawings can be certificates and approvals. It can also be product info and data sheets. And when you unite these activities with all correspondents and stakeholders in each of these projects, you create that 360-degree overview. And this means that you will have full control over the project at all times and ensure correct implementation according to your best practices. So let's take a look and see how this looks like inside of Superoffice. And we're not going to give you that full walkthrough today. We're going to give you a short introduction of projects and activities that are central to the 360-degree overview. And we can start with the overview, where we can see the name of the project, we have the description, we can also connect a website, and we can also see who's responsible internally, what kind of type of project it is, and we have different categories we can choose from, and also what kind of status, if it's in progress, in planning phase, or even completed. And all of these are customizable, so you can adjust them to your needs. We also have the end date and set milestones. And here we also have more fields which we can add that are also customizable. And if we move down a bit on the page, you will find Activities tab. And here you will find all of the important information and activities connected to this project. And this can be meetings, it can be phone calls, emails, inspections, certificates and data sheets, and follow-ups and reminders. And then we have project members. And here we will find the different contact persons, the companies that are involved in this project, and also the connected functions and roles. We have a project guide, which are the phases of the project based on the project type. And we will talk a little bit more about this later on. But basically, this is a best practice that you put in place that will help you progress in the project and get all of the documentation and the different activities connected to this project card. And we have sales. So here we get an overview of all sales connected to this project and related to the job. And requests. And requests or cases is all incoming queries registered on this customer or project. And there are more tabs here that we will walk through later on when we go through the integration part of the demo. This is the basics of the project. But to get that overview, let's take a look at one of the companies connected to this project. So here we will find key information and category, what kind of business it is, main contact, and different fields relevant to this type of business, for example, when the contract expires. And these are also customizable. And here you can also add more customizable fields. But the most important thing is the activities. So here you will find the exact same activities, the documents and the follow-ups as we did in the project. And we can see it's connected to the projects here. But of course, this company can be connected to more projects or sales or standalone follow-ups. So here you will get that full overview and the history of the company. And that's what we mean when we're talking about the 360-degree overview. You will get full control of all activities, documents, and follow-ups on a company or a project or even a sale. So no matter where you are and work in Superoffice, it will all be connected back to the company card. So now we've taken a look at the 360-degree overview and what it means and looks like inside of a project. And to get that overall overview, there are a few more things that we should be in control of. At any given time, we should be able to have an overview of which and how many projects we have going on and how far along they are. It is also a great advantage to have a simple overview of all of our resources and when they're available. And that can be, for example, colleagues or workers. It can be also external or other parties. It can be commercial vehicles or machinery. Or it can be as easy as meeting rooms. And to ensure that the project progress and make sure that we reach the milestones that we set, we can use a tool that we call a project guide, where we will get help to coordinate the delivery process from the start of the project until the end. So if we continue on the project card, let's look at the project guide some more. So the project guide is set with different phases or stages with recommended activities and documentations. And the purpose of the project guide is to ensure that all employees carry out a project in accordance with the company's best practices. So here we define milestones, the important follow-ups and documents, so that the project is delivered in the best possible way. And all of these stages is connected to the status and the type of project. So if we change the type of project, we can have a completely different guide with different set of activities and documents. So if I go to edit, we can see the different types of projects that's defined in this demo. This is entirely up to you how this will look like. And then you connect different types of guides because different projects can have shorter or longer processes. And also we have the statuses. So if we go to the first stage, planning, and move to the status, you see that status also change up here. So here you have the different follow-ups with templates and the different documents and document templates. If we go to the next stage, we can create a follow-up and it's automatically connected to the company card, contact person, and the project. And we can also connect the sale. We can add some details, add date and time, and add the participant to invite them to the meeting. And click Save. If we go to In Progress, we can see we have a milestone here. And this date is also connected to the next milestone date here. So if we have more milestones, this would change. And we will always have the closest one showing up here. So each stage has a set of recommended activities and documents. It can be meetings, it can be phone calls, inspections. So the point of the guide is to have access to the right activities and documents And this ensures that everyone in the company works in the same way, and it minimizes the chance of errors. And as we work through the guide, we're adding valuable information to the system, and this can be viewed here in the Activities tab, in our diary, and on the customer card. And if we go to the diary, click on Today, I will get an overview of my tasks, my meetings, and also activities and follow-ups that are overdue. I can see by week or month, or I can do different views to see which colleagues are available or workers, and I can also make a resource overview. So if I go to a specific date, so here I get the overview of the different machinery and vehicles that's available or which project they're connected to, so that I can plan ahead. I can also get an overview in selections. So here we can make different lists based on different criteria. So here we have a list of all active projects. So I can get the overview of project name, type, who's responsible, and the status of the project. We can view this in another way in dashboards, where we can see the different stages in progress, planning, completed, all of those things that we walked through in the project guide is also visible here. I can see my active projects by type, for my group sorted by owner, and also activity level. And strict industry standards also require a system for handling documents. And Superoffice will let you create, save, and retrieve documents directly in the system. And we can use the Microsoft Office integration. And the solution allows you to store them in the right place automatically and find and use them in any stage of your project. And most of you are probably familiar with the typical issue where documents are stored locally on separate computers and where the document exchange takes place using email or shared folders on your company's local server. And this is a structure that is both cluttered, it can be time-consuming, and vulnerable if someone in the office is sick. And therefore, I'm going to show you how easy it is to effectively manage this in Superoffice, where you can create new documents, we can automatically save them to the right place every time, and how easy it is to find documents again along the way or after a project is completed. And in addition, I will also show you how easy it is to collaborate and to use templates to give you better control, work faster, and we can also use guides to ensure correct implementation. So we're on the project card again, and there are essentially two ways to create documents in Superoffice. One is to create the document directly from the project guide, which we saw earlier. So here we have document templates, which are connected to the different stages. But if you don't want to follow the guide and you want to create one more manually, you can. And then you will go to New and create document. And from here, we will select a template. Let's choose a quote. And here you see it's connected to the last company that we visited. We can select a name. And we already connected to the project because we were standing on the project card when we created the document. So we can type subject, add a description, and then we will create. And because we are connected to the Office 365 integration, we have stored all our templates in SharePoint. And we can edit the document directly in Word in the web version. And this also means that we can collaborate with our colleagues, and it's easily saved without actually have to manually save it. And it's always available in the cloud. And as we see here, we use template variables to merge name and company details. We can add some changes. And then it's saved. Another great example is email. Typically, this just sits in the inbox and it's not something that is accessed by everyone in the company. But important email is important to archive, and this is easily done with the integration with Outlook. So we can press Superoffice, add in, and it's already connected to the company and the contact person, and we can save directly to Superoffice. We can also create an activity, we can add a message, for example, create a sale, or just save the attachment. In this case, just save the email. And then we fetch the project and save. And now we're back in Superoffice. Well, we can take a look at the Activities tab. And now you can see that the quote that we just created is saved here. If I click on it once, I can actually get a preview of the document in this tab. I can open it directly with one click, and it will open directly again in Word. And as we see here, the changes that I made was also saved directly. We also archived an email, and this we can find here. If I click on that, I can also preview the email. So it's very easy to get that overview, it's easy to archive, and it also makes it very easy to collaborate. And you will always be able to retrieve the document on the company card, the person that's connected to, even the sale, or the project card, depending on what you connected to the document. And using templates also ensures that we have the same tone of voice and less typing errors. And communication is vital for the successful completion of any construction project. And since there are so many stakeholders in the construction industry, misunderstandings and as a result delays can often occur. And in a fast-paced environment, it's important to have a system for handling change management, where you can structure, categorize, and prioritize all incoming conversations based on case type, customer, and project, as well as automating standard processes. And Superoffice offers an automated ticketing system that collects all incoming communication, organizes it, and routes inquiries to the right person. So whether your partner, suppliers, or customers prefer to contact you via chat, emails, web forms, or phone, Superoffice will gather all messages in one place. So let's take a look at how you can manage everything from claims to change orders in our solution, which we call Service. So at the moment, we're still in the project view, but let's open Superoffice Service. And we can go to the navigator bar here and click on Service, and it will open up a new window. And here we see the dashboard inside of Service. So here we can get a quick overview of all the different open requests. We can see per origin, if it comes through the customer center, maybe it's internally, like we saw before in Outlook. We can also archive emails directly into Service as a request. We can use web forms, chat, or a direct email into the system. And different emails can be connected to different categories, like customer service, finance, management and operations, or administrations. And each category can have a different set of people that's monitoring and handling the requests. And the requests can be evenly assigned, it can be weighted, or to the one person that has fewer cases. So here we have an overview of my own open requests. I can click on one, and here we'll get an overview of the title of the request, who's it's connected to and the company, who's the owner, what's the status, and what category it's in. And here we also have connected a project. And this is not standard, but it's very useful for those working both in projects and in service. So this is an easy way to connect the two. So here we can, for example, add it to the one we were using as an example. We can add a tag so it's easier to search and filter later on if we want to use selections. So here we see the message from a customer, and this can be a normal incoming email, it can be a chat, it can be someone filling out a form, or it can also be a quick request that we've manually created internally. In this case, it's a normal email, and we can reply back to the customer directly. But in this case, they said that they have been in contact with us before. So we can look at the customer and see here that it's only one case registered. So they might have complained directly on site, they might have called in, and we don't have anything registered. So this shows how effective it is to have a system like Service where you can handle all incoming requests from customers, it can be from contractors. It can also be a great way to use and communicate directly to the ones working on the construction site. So let's go back on the case. How we can reply to the customer. In this case, we need more information from the customer. So we have a ready-made template with a link to a complaint form. And we can press send. And because this customer has been in contact with us before, we can also continue the dialogue internally. We can transfer the case to the one responsible, and we can add a comment. And this is an internal comment, so this won't be shown out to the customer. We can also manually change the category, for example, and so it's not just the typical customer service and complaints. It can also be change orders and communication with the different subcontractors. And now that we've put Henning as the owner of the case, he will get notified and can continue to follow up directly on this request. So now we're back in Superoffice CRM and we're on the project card. And now that we've connected the request that we just worked on to this project, you will find it under this tab. So now we have 3 cases instead of 2 that we've shown before in the demo previously. We can also go to the company or the contact person directly, find requests, and here we have all the requests, and we find this on top. If I click it, I will get a preview here and also the latest messages. This makes it easy to have full control over all correspondence and make sure that the right persons or teams are working on the right requests. And let's take a look at some integrations with Superoffice. We have our App Store where we offer possibility to expand the Superoffice CRM online solution with over 100 standard apps, modules, and integrations to connect and get access to important data and other systems. So for example, we can integrate with your ERP system to get insight when compiling project data, order information, invoices, it can be hours, and other financial information that can be shared with your entire company from one centralized platform. And other examples can be apps to sort and structure your documents into folders. We also have the standard integration with Outlook and Office 365, and also SharePoint, which we will take a look at shortly. There's also other apps where you can, for example, integrate with the biggest Nordic project database, which is called Byggfakta Live. And if you can't find what you're looking for, there's also a possibility to use our custom app to make your own integration. So this and many more you will find in our catalog in our online app store. So let's take a look at how some of these apps look like and how we can work with them in Superoffice. Let's start by taking a look at the App Store. And this you can find at onlinesuperoffice.com/App Store. And you will also find a link directly in your Superoffice solution. So here you will find different categories, new and updated apps. You can also search for apps, modules, and integrations directly. So one example that we looked at before was the Superoffice for Outlook and also 365, which is very important when we're working with documents and collaboration. So I can simply search here. And you can find it here. And this is a free app, so it's just to sign up and install directly from this page. And if we press all apps, we'll find the list here. And we have folders, which we will take a look at shortly. You'll find different ERP systems, or we can use the custom app. So I recommend you take a look through this catalog, take a look at the different ready-made integrations. And also, if you don't find what you're looking for, maybe considering the custom app. But let's take a look at some examples specifically for documents and activities in the Project tab in Superoffice. And as we work in Superoffice over time and we create more and more documents and activities, it might be a good idea to start sorting this in folders. So we have an app from InfoBridge that will help you organize documents, emails, and activities in folders. So we have this tab here. And on the left, you will find the folder and the subfolders. The different types of templates or documents can automatically be organized under these folders, depending on what type of document it is or what kind of meeting it is. For example, if it's connected to sale, we can configure that to go automatically under this folder here. So under sale, you will find the quotes. Under building applications, you will find some emails and also some important meetings connected to this project we can find here. Another way of organizing important documents is using SharePoint. Now, we've already seen how we can use and connect to Office 365, but there are many of you who want to have a better structure in folders and also automatically create and update to your SharePoint. And for this, we can use a custom app. So this is not a ready-made integration in the App Store. I want to show you the different possibilities and how it can look like with a custom app like this one, which is customized for one specific customer. So this can be different based on your needs. So let's go to SharePoint. And if a folder hasn't been created in SharePoint for this specific project, we can create a new one. And this will also automatically sync if the number exists. And this will create some predefined folders. And if we create more subfolders in SharePoint, for example, these will automatically sync to Superoffice. So as we see now, this is empty. So if we want to add a specific document, this has to be manually added or imported. Go to Import Files. And this will open up a new folder where we can fetch the documents from the Activities tab. So just import the most important documents that needs to be shared in the folder. And again, this is customizable, just showing you the example for this particular customer. So let's choose the quote and OK. We can also share these documents and folders with others, for example, outside the company. We can generate a link and a password. Now we have access to the folder. So this is also great for collaboration, but also if you want to share specific documents or folders outside the company. So here we have the quote, and now I can make some changes to the quote. And it's saved. We can also do some changes and rearrange to another folder. Now let's go back to Superoffice. Update. And we will find the document here. So all the changes we made in SharePoint is now synced to Superoffice. And let's take a look at another integration to the system Business Analyze, which can be used to access key figures and KPIs from all business units within the company to enable better decision making. So you can combine reports from multiple systems, that can be ERP, CRM, or even Excel spreadsheets, to provide a total image of the delivery or project or customer. So in this example, I will show you Business Analyze, which is a business intelligence system that you can also find in the App Store. And you can connect different sources like Excel sheets, it can be a CRM system, and the ERP, which you just talked about. And this first dashboard will show you all the KPIs that we have in both sales, activities, projects, and service. So here you will see sold versus budget, all the contract meetings we have, complaints that are registered in service, the response time, and closing time. We can also see the different new projects that are registered and their type. And below, we can see the 1 year's inspection per project. So all of these dashboards are customizable, so you can show the different KPIs, which is important to you. And then we can go to Project Analyze. And here we can change the different analysis based on, for example, the project status, or register per year or quarter. And we can filter by the status, the project type, or the specific project. So here we see all of the stages, which we saw previously in the project guide. So if I hover over planning, click, I will get an overview of all projects and the details, type, status, and also when it's registered. We can also add custom fields, and we can connect activities and documents, and also sales. And if I want to see the specific project, I can just click on the logo, and I will go straight into Superoffice. And the same analysis we can do for sales and company. So you can create different views, filters, and also make different dashboards based on the role in the company. And because we can add different sources, not just Superoffice, but ERP or Excel sheets, we can get full control over the most important numbers and KPIs. And as we've seen, a CRM system can help you improve not only the project management, but the entire customer journey from bid to post-sale. And the system can help you collaborate and work more effectively with contractors and subcontractors, as well as help them systemize and automate construction processes. And by leveraging CRM and integrating these best practices, you can successfully deliver projects, reach sales targets, and see your team win more deals. And if you're new to the concept of CRM and how to get started, or even how to find the right solution, we recommend taking a look at the CRM Buyer's Guide on our website. Or you can book a free personalized demo with one of our CRM experts, and we'll show you how Superoffice CRM can help you achieve your construction project goals. And you will find more information under the tab Industry on our website, and click on Construction. And if you want to learn more and research on your own, we have a lot of inspiration and market research on our blog, and here you can find a lot of interesting articles on CRM strategy. And if you want to take a look at more product-related content, we also have a customer community. And of course, we have more events like these webinars where you can learn about the possibilities of Superoffice and improving your sales, marketing, and service processes. And all of our previous webcasts is also available on our YouTube channel. And of course, if you have any questions or you want to talk about your CRM strategy, you can contact us via our website, social media, or book a meeting with us or one of our partners. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. And I hope you got some inspiration on how you can streamline your processes with Superoffice. And remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this content and you want more tips and videos. Have a great day.